Imagine a place where you can bypass traffic and acquire food without visiting a grocery store.
Party people!
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Life by the Bow. If you guys are new, my name's Clay. This is my wife, Stephanie.
Hello.
Beautiful day down here in the Florida Keys as always.
Yeah, so we're actually on our way to La Jolla to pick up Aaron and Madeline from Key West Waterman. So we're gonna be, going spear fishing today with the spear master himself.
Yep. We're bringing them up this way. They're staying over at the La Jolla. We're gonna go pick them up, and we're just gonna go out there and have some fun. We've actually never met Aaron and Madeline before, and we strictly just met through this opportunity at La Jolla, which I think is really cool. But I've always watched his videos in the past, but the most important thing is I want to make sure if we're meeting somebody for the first time and we're taking them out on the water that we don't run out of gas. So
Yeah, we gotta give them a good first impression.
yeah,
of
right.
us. So for those of you who don't know, who are new to the channel, I actually was raised here in the Keys, specifically Key Largo. I went to elementary school, high school, moved away for a little bit, then came right back. It's home to me. And something I've noticed too, over the last 10 years, I've noticed a lot of people have done so many updates to their homes, a lot of new construction going up. And for me, I love that because I'm a realtor and I really enjoy just walking through new homes and just seeing everything, like new technology being thrown into homes. Because, when I first came to the Keys, it would start off as like a weekend thing, and then we moved full time when I was in kindergarten, and wasn't anything fancy. And you'd go out to eat, everyone just wearing flip-flops, bathing suits, like t-shirts, shorts, nothing too fancy. And the Keys has kind of changed in a way, it's becoming more upscale, I would say, the Upper Keys specifically.
But what's cool about it being upscale, you can still walk into a lot of these places with flip-flops, a t-shirt. You kind of have the best of both worlds. You still have that island feel, but at the same exact time, like Stephanie was saying, you just have so much to pick from now.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Up? Party people!
What are we doing today?
Sandbar then fishing later.
Sandbar then fishing. All right. Don't spend too much time at the sandbar. You may not make it fishing.
That's true.
See you guys. That's Keys life right there in a nutshell.
It is, yeah. That's exactly what you get.
Ooh, I almost fell down the stairs. Oh, I did fall down the stairs.
I hope you got that.
That's funny, man.
So we're finally here at the La Jolla, and it's kind of cool to come back because I used to hang out here as a kid. Well, not so a kid. I guess I was in high school. I was friends with the former owner, and I liked the location of it because it was really central in Isla Mirada. It's like the location to be because you go to the right, to the left, you have the best restaurants nearby.
You're in the hub of Isla Mirada, basically.
Yeah, and you got some boutiques nearby, so if you want to do some shopping, they got some good boutiques. Yeah.
Another thing that's cool, it has a really quiet and quaint feel, which is what we like. At the same time, it has a very luxurious feel since it's newly renovated, and there's all types of complimentary stuff, from kayaks, paddle boards, even the dockage.
Yeah. And the snorkel gear too.
Yeah, snorkel gear.
So you don't have to pack that.
And what's awesome is, we're here on the bay side where it's all protected from the wind, and there's lobsters, there's eels, there's snappers, little groupers that hang out off the dock there. And what we need now is a fish. That is the most important part of the day. So let's see if we can get it done. What's going on? I know you got your hands full, but it's nice to meet you, man.
How's it going?
Good, man. Can't complain. Yeah, so this is the boat.
How are you?
Pleasure, man. It's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure.
Stephanie, nice
Yeah.
to meet you.
It's cool that we got to do this whole thing and get together and
No.
see this place, of
I'm
course,
excited.
man.
Oh, dude, it's spectacular.
Yeah, I'll give you a hug. Okay, me too. I just never know like what to do.
Madeline, it's a pleasure to finally.
I'm a hugger.
That's perfectly fine with me. It's a pleasure to finally meet you guys.
You too.
So it took us a little while to get here, but we're finally with.
Better late than never.
Exactly. We're finally here with Aaron and Madeline. So cool to actually meet you guys in person.
We're excited to be here.
Yeah.
They're not too far from home. They're actually from the Lower Keys. They have another channel called
Key West
Waterman. There you go.
And then also he has a charter business as well, Dibs
Yeah.
on Bottom. I know you kind of pulled back from that a little bit, right?
I've been gearing more towards spearfishing. Just
Yeah.
wanted to pick one thing and be really good at it, you know?
Yeah.
So if you guys are ever down in Key West, you're looking for a charter, make sure to hit him up.
Yeah.
His information is going to be down in the video description as well, but that's basically what we have on the agenda for today. I'm easily a beginner spear fisherman. Aaron knows what he's doing, so like we were talking about earlier, we need to get a fish. We need a fish for dinner. That's the key, so.
That's the goal.
Yep, this one. See what we can do. These actually aren't that bad.
Dude, this thing handles like a champ.
This boat?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, these Pathfinders are wild. So this gun was actually sent to me by a friend named Lance. Lance, if you're out there watching, thank you, sir. Finally gonna put the gun to use. And what's kind of crazy is me and Aaron were just talking about it. When we put our guns side by side, they're actually almost identical. So it's gonna be cool getting in the water with Aaron, and hopefully we can get something for dinner here.
There's something big right over there. Actually, it looks like a sailfish almost.
It probably is.
It looks like a sailfish.
Oh my God.
It looks, guys,
It is
it's
a sail.
sailfish.
Sailfish.
Yeah.
So that's definitely something that you don't see every day free diving, but coming across the sailfish in the shallows this time of year really isn't all that uncommon. Reason why is because when things start to cool down, bait becomes extremely abundant on the edge of the reef, where you can sometimes find sailfish feeding as shallow as 10 or even 15 feet. But as cool as that was, it's not what we're after, so the sailfish swam on his way and we got back to business. Luckily, Aaron and Madeline have a very similar mindset when it comes to taking what you need in conservation, so it really doesn't matter what we shoot as long as it's edible and it's fair in taste. That being said, I take my first drop to 40 feet and the bottom is filled with big schoolmaster snapper. I take the shot and unfortunately this guy slips right off the spear, so it's right back up to the top. One of the biggest challenges as a beginner spear fisherman is simply just staying calm. However, it's difficult to keep yourself contained when the bottom is just teeming with life. That being said, rather than coming up for a breath and then going back down, I spend a couple minutes on the surface just trying to relax, slow my heart rate, and replenish my body with oxygen, so it's a really big mental game. Now, after a couple minutes on the surface, I make another drop and I spot a red grouper just waiting for me to take a shot. He looks like he could be legal, but at the same time, it's a question in my mind, so I just decided to let him swim off. Another difficult aspect of spearfishing, which is self-control. So here we go on another dive, and I'm seeing a lot of life, which is always a good sign. Even if you don't see anything initially, it's always great to just stay down there like I'm doing now, just scan the bottom, and sure enough, it ends up paying off. I see a nice sized mangrove snapper, take the shot, got him.
Hey, that's a good sized mangrove.
Yeah, it's not bad. Stoked too. Where's Aaron?
He's right over there swimming with his
All right, let's go over there and get him real quick.
Meanwhile, Aaron's on a group of triggerfish, which in my opinion is a really underrated fish. Aaron of course knows that, so he lines up a shot, takes it, another fish secured. After Aaron shot the first triggerfish, he still sees a couple down there, so he takes the fish off the spear, reloads, and then goes for another. Just like clockwork, Aaron shoots another trigger, which brings the boat total to 3 fish. So at this point, we're doing pretty good. We should really only need 1 more fish, and that should be more than enough for dinner.
Hey, baby, he's got a Lunchable. That's like his favorite thing.
Really?
I haven't had one in like 4 years. I always get yelled at.
Really?
Want
Oh my God, we always, that's what we always bring out on the boat. It's like the perfect snack.
Lunchables, honestly, best boat snack. Stays all contained, doesn't get wet in the cooler. You don't have to worry about it going bad.
So great. Yeah.
Quick, easy. Makes you feel good too.
Now, enough about Lunchables, but if you do want a delightful gourmet snack on the boat, you can thank me later. But on a serious note, once Aaron and I got back in the boat, we began to drive around to see if we could mark something on the sonar. And we started to see some distortion on the screen. We were pretty sure that we'd found a rock pile. Once we hopped in, we basically confirmed that. As you could see, tried my best to stay patient, dropped down, took some time to align my shot, took the shot on the fish. That's a wrap.
Yeah, it's time to go eat.
That's right.
Not the best shot, but I still got one.
The buzzer beater, baby.
We're done.
Well, that weather definitely picked up. The sun's going down. Not the most productive day in the world, but hey, we shot some fish. Got some stuff for dinner.
I'm probably gonna make a fish piccata just because, you know what, it's been a long day and I want good food right now.
I was hoping you were gonna say that because I saw y'all cook that one time. I was like, oh, I gotta try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really,
It's
really
so
I didn't want to say it out loud, but you read my mind.
Yeah.
Let's go make it happen.
Living the life.
I know. I'd be laid back if I was a cat.
Let's
and lived
see
here,
it.
too.
Right? Yeah. I wonder who's...
La Jolla kitty. Look how sweet he is. He's so laid back.
I know.
Pun intended. 'Cause I'm just chilling out. It's like I'm about to eat some fresh mangrove snapper. What a sweet kitty. Alright, so show us how it's done here.
All right. I do these pretty straightforward. Depending on the size of the fish, sometimes I'll go straight to the backbone and rip it down. It works better on smaller fish, but these pretty straightforward to pretty much how you fillet every other fish.
Just running that knife down the backbone, right?
Following those bones.
That's pretty much the same exact way that I do it. Just going straight
Alright,
down the
straight
backbone.
through here. Through belly. Are you take the rib or leave the rib guy when you do that? Some people go over, some people go through.
I typically bypass the ribs.
Do you?
Yeah, but hey, you're filleting the fish, so.
I always like to ask everyone that because that's funny. Everyone has a different answer. For some if I try to go over it, I ruin the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Well, beggars can't be choosers, so.
Yeah, right.
I'm not complaining. And out of all the fish that you eat, Aaron, like what's your favorite? Mangrove snapper up there? Or?
Mangroves, is for the reef, mangrove snapper or grouper. Pelagic is gotta be wahoo for me.
Yeah.
Wahoo's one of my absolute favorites. It's just so versatile.
What's so cool about the mangrove snapper though is like you can get them offshore, but at the same time you're popping them in the mangroves.
Yep.
And there's so many of them too. You know, it's such a sustainable fishery, and it's like everyone wants to pop a mutton snapper or a grouper. I'm not gonna lie, that's what I was after today. But you know,
I love these things, and like you said, there are a ton of them.
And them the type of thing and them not cost no money. And me say best things in life are free.
So it's really nice to get out of my kitchen and cook somewhere new in a gorgeous kitchen.
In the Bahia Lodge. Thank you guys so much for having us over.
Absolutely.
Happy to.
Yeah. He's saying happy to as he looks at the fish. So they were looking at our channel and they saw me cooking up some fish piccata and they're like, hey, I want to try that. So here we are. She's helping me out and it's pretty simple. I'll attach the recipe in the description, but Madeline's learning how to cook. So
I'm normally like just fry the fish type of gal, so this is gonna be a healthier, yummier
We're
version.
shaking this one home with us.
yeah. So the first thing I'm gonna do is season the fish with salt and pepper. Then I'm gonna go ahead and flour it, add it to the pan, cook it for about 2 minutes, set aside the fish, and then I'm gonna start my sauce. The sauce is pretty simple. You're gonna add some butter, some white wine, some lemon juice, parsley, capers, and a little bit of lemon. Once it's thickened, you know it's done. So you're gonna go ahead, pour it on top of the fish, and there you have it, an amazing fish piccata.
All right, I'm going in. Is that okay?
Get his reaction, I wanna know.
US Waterman approved.
Do you like
It's
it?
exactly what I had in my mind. Like when I watched you cook it, I just had this picture in my mind. It's exactly what it is. It's amazing. I've been thinking about it all day.
Well, so far we got 3 in agreement. Madeline?
Hold on, I gotta get mine. So good.
It's
I
like,
love the lemon flavor. I like extra lemon.
It's like bright but hearty, refreshing.
It's light though. I like it. It's like I think cream would have like showered over the fish. I think this is good.
And even if like you have fish that's not so tasty, this recipe will make it very, very tasty.
Yeah.
So if you got any type of fish, doesn't matter what it is, it's gonna taste good. In the video description below.
But we want to thank you guys for hanging out with us, and thank you guys for
Thanks
you
for
guys for
having
catching
us.
the fish and like for joining
having
us,
us.
and we're having such
Vice
a good
versa.
time.
And
Yeah.
I think
We had a spectacular day.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is too, we want to thank La Jolla so much for, bringing us together. So
Absolutely.
without them, we probably wouldn't have had this opportunity to hang out and take Aaron and Madeline on our boat. So it was an absolute pleasure, so much fun. But basically about it. Anything to say?
Thanks for watching.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.